everyone, so I hope you're all having a lovely Sunday. How warm is it in England at the moment? I'm absolutely sweating at the moment. I put this video off for hours and hours trying to wait for it to cool down, and it hasn't yet, so things are getting pretty warm here, but I hope you're all enjoying the nice summer sun or spring sun that we're having at the moment. So today I have a haul for you, and you all know the drill by now. I went into this place, I picked things up, I bought them, and I walked out again. Dangerous, dangerous place to be, Boots, at the moment. There's some really amazing new releases, new launches, a lot of very spring-like things. Ow, I just whacked my hand on the table then. But yeah, there's some really lovely things, and there's some amazing new launches and collections. So I thought instead of just showing you what I bought and talking through them, I would actually put them on my face. So do a bit of a try me on type haul, kind of first impressions thing, and see how I get on with the products as soon as I start using them. So let's delve in. I'm actually going to take these all out so I don't continue rustling throughout the whole video. So let's start off with a foundation, and I've seen this talked about quite a lot, but the title, the name of it, just put me off completely. I just wasn't interested in buying it at all, and it's the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Matte, and just the word matte makes me kind of shudder in horror. I do not like matte skin, matte products, matte anything at all really. So I was in London with Susie a few weeks ago, and we actually had a quick little meet-up with Tijan, who I actually went to Paris with a few months ago. Link the vlog down below that she features in, and she was wearing this, and her skin just looked so incredibly flawless and beautiful, everything you would expect from a matte full coverage foundation, but it was just really glowy as well. I was surprised at how beautiful and glowy and fresh it looks, so I immediately then had to head to Boots and pick it up because it just looks so good on her. So I'm going to give this a go. I'm still a little bit skeptical about how this is going to work out for me, but we'll see how it goes. I got the shade number 11 Vanilla, which actually isn't the lightest shade. I decided to go for 1 Up just because we're in summer now, we're in spring. My skin's going to get a little bit more colour hopefully in it, so I went for a slightly warmer shade. Still very, very pale. They had quite a good shade range actually. I think there was 5, 6, 7 colours. L'Oreal tend to be quite good for colours, so this is the one I went for. Let's give it a go. I think I'm just going to put it on with my fail-safe Real Techniques buffing brush, because if anything's going to make it look good, this is going to be it. It's just an amazing foundation brush. I always seem to go back to this one. So, there we go. Okay, the colour looks quite good so far. It's blending in quite nicely. It definitely is a matte foundation, you really can see that, but it's not looking dry, it's not clinging to any dry patches, which I have quite a few of at the moment. It's definitely a really brilliant coverage actually. It's covering up pretty much everything that I have on my skin at the moment. I've got some kind of redness and some little scars left over from a few spots I've had. So that's just one layer of it all over my face. I'm actually quite impressed with the coverage, and it doesn't look matte at all. I'm quite happy with the way it makes my skin look. It's a little bit glowy. You can see kind of on the tops of my cheekbones, you can kind of get that dewy look. It definitely has set in really well though actually. It does feel like a matte foundation, but it still feels quite comfortable on my skin, so I'm impressed with that. I'm going to put a little bit more on my cheeks just where I have this kind of redness, which could either be redness or just me being extremely hot at the moment. Yeah, I really, really like that. It's definitely made my skin look very airbrushed. In fact, it's almost kind of filled in all these pores I have on my cheeks, which are usually quite prominent when I have foundation on, so it's just kind of covered those up and filled them in really well. So definitely impressed with the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Matte Foundation. Okay, so next I have a concealer. This is also from L'Oreal. I did have concealer on to begin with, and eyebrows as well, of course, because I wasn't going to be testing them out, but this is kind of more of an illuminating concealer, so I'm just going to use it under my eyes here. And I'm almost out of one of my holy grail products actually, which is the Estee Lauder. It has a really long name. What is it? It's the Under Eye Illuminating BB Brush On Glow thing, something like that. It's a really amazing under eye illuminator. So I thought this one looked quite similar. It's from the Lumi Magique range from L'Oreal, which I really like. I really like the primer from this. They have a few good products in this range. So it's one of these twisted up ones, which is probably going to take absolutely ages to come out. There we go. So I'm just going to put it in a V shape under my eyes, and I do this a lot with my concealers. I usually kind of put on my correcting and then my kind of dark circle taking away concealer, and then I use a brightening one like this, and I just find that helps to kind of balance everything out and just lift my under eyes a bit. I do find with a lot of these illuminating concealers they seem to be quite similar, but some of them have more coverage than others, and I think that makes a lot of difference. The Estee Lauder one has a really great amount of coverage as well, so it does really brighten up under the eyes. So we'll see how this one compares. So I'm just going to buff that in with a Real Techniques buffing brush like I normally would do. And this is the lighter shade that I got. I got shade number 1 because I want it to be slightly lighter than my skin tone. But it probably actually is the same colour as my skin. So it's definitely lightened underneath my eyes. You can kind of see it's a lot brighter under there now. And it has kind of helped to kind of cancel out that darkness and just lift it without looking a bit ashy or grey, which some under eye concealers tend to do on me. I wouldn't say it's blended in quite as well as the Estee Lauder one. That one just goes on so smoothly and just blends in really seamlessly, but it's got really pretty packaging, always a sucker for packaging, and I think it's a really great budget alternative to that one. So I will be getting some use out of this one, I can tell. I didn't actually buy any cheek products or bronzers, anything like that. I have plenty of those already to get through, but I saw this brush from Real Techniques and I'm pretty sure this is new. I've never seen it before. This is the Sculpting brush and it's kind of like a big fluffy soft brush, but it's got this really nice angle to it and it's quite thin, so I can see getting a nice chisel in the cheek. So I'm going to try and use this with a product that I absolutely love but really struggle with applying, and it's the Illamasqua Cream Pigment in Hollow. This is just an amazing contour for pale skins. It's a cream, so it blends in really easily. I just really struggle to find the right brush to use with it, so I'll see if this one makes any difference. So I'm just going to try and contour very subtly. I'm still not a complete pro at contouring, so we'll see if this brush makes a difference. The nice thing about the Illamasqua pigment is that it's quite sheer because it's a cream. It doesn't just automatically look really dark like some kind of contour powders can do. I'm just going to keep it very much in the kind of ear and then just underneath my cheekbone here, and then blend it upwards. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a Real Techniques brush. They're all just amazing quality considering how well priced they are, and I think that's worked actually really nicely. It was very simple to blend. I don't quite look like Kim Kardashian, and I never will, but I'm pretty happy with that. So the next thing I picked up was one of these Bourjois Colorband eyeshadow sticks, and I think every brand at the moment is bringing out something like this, a kind of eyeshadow cream pigmented stick, and I have quite a few of them. I really like the number 7 ones, and of course the By Terry Ombre Black Stars are amazing, but I thought I would try out Bourjois' version because they have some really nice colours. This is the shade number 2 Brun, something like that anyway, but it's a really nice kind of toffee bronzy brown with a bit of shimmer in it, so I thought this would be a great one for a kind of one wash wonder, just smudged all over the lid and left at that. So I'm going to try and do that now. So I'm just going to start at the base of my lashes and kind of smudge that in. They're really soft actually, they're going on really nicely, but very pigmented. And I have a little crease brush from Zoeva. I'm just going to kind of softly blend that in and build it up. It's actually a really pretty colour. It's very quite warm toned, very bronzy. Definitely the kind of shade that I am really into. And I'm going to keep building that up and then smudging it. I might put a little bit underneath my eyes as well. These are actually sharpenable pencils, so I can see that being a little bit of a pain. I'm definitely a lazy girl when it comes to my makeup, and I prefer things that are twist ups just because I find it's a little bit easier, but that is a very small and insignificant complaint to have. I actually love the colour of this, and I think that's probably the main difference between all the brands and all the different crayons that have come out, is that the colours seem to be quite different. So one brand may have an amazing colour, another brand may have a completely different one, which is really great. So definitely worth checking out. This is the Brun shade, the brown shade from Bourjois, and I definitely think the formula is a good one. When I actually bought this, I swatched it on my hand, and then a few hours later went home and couldn't get the swatches off, so definitely a very long lasting one as well. So I also picked up a mascara, and I'm a big fan of kind of buying mascaras from the drugstore and the lower price brands because I think you just go through them so quickly. It's not really worth investing in a really expensive one all the time. So I actually bought one from Barry M, and I've never tried their mascaras before, but I have to say it was the packaging that swayed me on this one. So this is the Showgirl Extra Lengthening Black Mascara, and it's a really kind of solid, quite weighty feeling product, and I like it when products are quite kind of weighty and heavy. They just feel a bit more high-end and a bit more worth the money, and yeah, I was just really into the packaging. They also have a pink version, which was a more volumizing one, but this one had a brush that I kind of liked the look of a bit more. So it's a very spiky, plastic, bristly brush. There's a lot of bristles on there, so hopefully this should give not only a bit of length, but also a lot of volume to my lashes as well, and I'm definitely a volume girl when it comes to mascaras. This was also a really great price. It was under £5, so hopefully I will get on with it. So it's definitely a very dry mascara. There doesn't seem to be a great deal of product on the bristles. It doesn't seem to be picking up my lashes very well either. They're not really getting into the comb and the kind of the bristles of the brush. It's definitely very defining though. It really does separate every little lash, so maybe it might be one to kind of use with another mascara, so using a volumizing one and then using this on top to separate them. Okay, so that's about the 6th or 7th layer of it, and I'm still not completely happy with it, so I think I'm going to be saving this for more natural looking mascara days, but definitely not worth buying, I'd say. So the last thing I picked up in Boots was a lip product. Not that I needed any more budget lip products in my collection, but this is quite a new one. It's from Bourjois. It's one of their Aqua Laque Rouge editions, and I have the original Rouge editions. I have quite a few of the colours, and they're very good dupes for the Hourglass Opaque Rouges. Nice kind of matte liquid lipsticks that really stay on. So these are a kind of more glossy version, I think, something that still is a stain but has a lot more moisture and shine to it. So I thought I would give it a go, and I picked up a very natural looking colour just because I find when it comes to shiny looking lip products I do prefer a more nude natural colour. So this is number 1, and again it's a French word that I'm really going to struggle to pronounce. Appechissant? Appechissant? Not sure, but it's a really pretty, very natural, slightly peachy pink, but it's quite cool toned as well. I'm actually just going to line my lips first very quickly just to even them out. I have slightly wonky lips. This side is a bit thinner than that side, or is it the other way around? I can never remember. So I'm just going to even that out a little bit. And for that I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury lip pencil. This is in the shade Pink Venus, and I find it's a really nice match for my natural lip colour. So on with the liquid lipstick. I really love the little packaging, they're so tiny and cute. It actually feels quite cooling and definitely very wet as it's going on, but the colour is really, really pretty actually. I really like that. It feels very soft and very nice, very cooling. It feels like it's really going to keep my lips quite moisturised for a long time, and I can definitely see that it's staining the lips. It's quite a sheer formula actually. You can't really tell because I'm using quite a natural colour, but it's definitely quite a sheer one, so maybe the slightly darker, brighter colours may not come out as pigmented as they look, but I think for the more natural ones, it's a really nice formula. So those are all the bits that I picked up from Boots recently. I hope you enjoyed this slightly different style of haul video. I definitely enjoyed filming it this way. It was really kind of interesting to see the products and have my first impressions of them. I'm still really, really impressed by this foundation. It's gone on really nicely and it's making my skin look really lovely. It actually reminds me a little bit of the NARS Sheer Glow foundation, which is one of my absolute favourites, hands down. Love that foundation, but it looks very similar. It's not quite as glowy as the NARS one can be, but I think it's a very, very similar dupe. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a little like and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all soon. Bye!